Welcome to LC Africa, the Content Factory. We are hosting Amos Wekesa, one of the distinguished gentlemen in Uganda that have promoted tourism in this country and beyond Uganda. It's nice to be here at the Great Lakes Safari.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you after many years.
It's my first time.
And it's good to see how you're growing. So I'm very excited for you.
My first time being here, and when you reach here, your place is as busy as State House. Those visitors come in, move out, come in, meetings in and out.
Well, I'm not a public servant. However, I have a public engagement sometimes. So it's very nice because like today we've just had a technical team from Ministry of Finance discussing about the tourism and how it's going to be. Of course, sent by the PSST. You can see Ministry of Finance is definitely picking interest in tourism. Especially under the leadership of the PSST, now the new one, Mr. Ramadan Ngo is done. Yeah, it's pushing massive agendas, and if you see how much support they're giving to embassies abroad, and how much they're also pushing to try and be part of the push of the Uganda, it's a good thing. It's just that we need to take it higher.
When I saw them, I thought money has come because government, I think, committed 5 billion shillings to the marathon.
No. They committed $1 million to tourism, but it hasn't come. I mean, people are just excited. First, people, some people are excited. First, you wait until the money comes before you get excited. Or if you're unhappy, you wait that it also comes so that you're unhappy well. But now it hasn't come.
Anyway, Amos, let us start on this.
No, but this is very important for people to know because
about the money issue.
Yeah. I know it's important because why did it come to be that way? This marathon has been mainly supported by me as a financier for years.
Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest beneficiary. I will never, especially the external marketing has been supported by us. We don't get sponsorship from anybody. And you see, every activation we have done, Two Oceans, the Comrades, the Ottawa Marathon, Denmark, Kenya, Kilimanjaro, all these places, they cost us somewhere between 50 million to 100 million shillings per event, you see. Now, when the event goes to Kasese, and from the research last year, almost 50 billion was left in Kasese and Fort Portal through accommodation, transport, and things like that to the economy. And yet we're moving money from our own pockets. So the First Lady was very good. I called us for a meeting. I said, hey, you guys brought in billionaires here. You brought people from wherever, from around the world. Why didn't you ask to be supported by government? Because this is a good initiative that supports communities. Because, if right now, Kasese people are calling me and saying, Amos, we don't want you sick because we have already taken money of runners. The bodabodas are saying we make money during this time.
The marathon post.
Yeah.
They have taken people's money.
Absolutely. The banks in Kasese are saying the biggest banking of the year happens during Renzori marathon. The petrol stations say they triple the amount of fuel they bring to Kasese.
I hear hoteliers make money they have never made in the
100%. That's what happens. So, and those people also pay taxes. I was saying, some guy saying that in 2024, after the marathon, the head of Uganda Revenue Authority in Kasese comes to me because he also ran. And he says, man, every shop in Kasese here is supposed to pay a minimum of 80,000 shillings a year. They used to struggle before Renzori Marathon came. The moment Renzori Marathon came, every August, every shop pays taxes.
The moment an edition ends, they plan for the council.
100%. The boda guys are like, we get these bikes on loans. But during August, during Renzori Marathon, we pay all our annual.
I can bear witness because I've attended all the editions.
Yes.
I have attended all the editions of the marathon.
Yes.
And you can see that there has been a gradual improvement in the lives of the people that interact directly into the economy of the marathon.
100%. But you see, we're only capturing the economic impact in Kasese and Fort Portal and Ishaka and those places. We're not capturing how much money, because the Kampala economy is big, how much money is actually left at the airport, how much money is left in Kampala, because all those, like 1,000 Kenyans coming, they don't go straight to Kasese. They spend money all the way if they're coming by road. All the way from the border. By the time they reach to Kampala, they have already spent money. Then they spend money in Kampala.
Even
entertainment, accommodation, even post-marathon. So us, we've given Uganda a chance or an opportunity that Uganda would have probably not had in a long time. You know, there are only 8 World Labour Marathons in Africa.
Now that is where my question comes in.
Yeah.
That Amos, for someone hearing this Tusker-like marathon for the first time, what exactly is this marathon and what is the vision behind it?
Well, I think first, us we've been inspired. We've been inspired by Kilimanjaro Marathon. You know, in 1999-98, I was a tour guide. I used to see how backward Moshi was in 1999, those years, 98. But when Kilimanjaro Marathon came, the last 24 years, Kilimanjaro Marathon has helped transform Moshi. And even Arusha, by the way, it has had a very massive impact. Even though it's about 80 kilometers away, people stay in Arusha to come and run in Moshi. So Moshi as a town survives on only 2 events. Survives on Kilimanjaro Marathon and also on Chagas coming back in December. Only two events, but they're able to make enough money to go out
to sustain them through
to sustain
the next edition.
100%, but also brings in, of course, when you see like now, the second most popular town or place in the country after Kampala is Kasese.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you go to internet, and for good reasons, you know, the old reasons were disease. There were
disease, unrest.
That's what it was.
Floods.
Yeah. I remember Honorable Kavyanga saying, you know, one of my names is Baruku. But I reached a stage where I was not even using the name Baruku because everything negative was coming from my place. But today, I wake up because of Renzori Marathon. I am excited to say I have Baruku.
Story of Kasese, yeah.
It's a marathon, but also at the same time, we should also appreciate the people of Kasese because, one, while we had a bit of problems at the beginning, people have actually embraced the marathon.
Yeah.
During Rwenzori Marathon, you see like Kenyans, they come and go and tell the other organizers in Kenya Marathon, and like, all of you must organize a marathon like Rwenzori. Because we're now the most popular, the most aggressive marathon in the region.
It's East and Central Africa.
Yeah, the marathon that goes out to different parts of the world marketing is only Rwenzori in the region. Now, the people there also don't understand why the people organizing the marathons in the other parts are also not understanding one thing. They're not understanding that the culture and the people of Kasese has actually made a very big difference to runners. Over 200,000 people stand by the roadsides cheering people. Now you can't get that anywhere else. Where? You go to many of these countries, South Africa, where people are running on their own most of the time.
Amos, you were a tour guide in 98. You said 98.
Yes.
And you come from the East.
Yes.
When you developed the idea of starting the marathon, why didn't you take it to the East and you opted going to the West?
No.
I know you have investments in the West by the time you started the marathon. Now, why did you opt going to Kasese instead of heading to Mbale or Sironko?
I think one, I am...
And yet the runners actually come from...
But I think we should appreciate the fact that I've invested in Kasese for a very long time.
That's one I agree. Yeah.
So home is normally sometimes where you invest, where you put your resources is home.
Yeah.
I don't have as much investment in Mbale as I do in Kasese in terms of quality. No, I don't. Number two, I saw it with my own eyes during the challenges with the kids who had problems. I realized that if those kids had what to do, if they had hope, would have probably not lost as many people, or would have never had the challenges Kasese was having. And then I thought, but I can also be a solution instead of being one who complains, right?
Yeah.
And but also doesn't mean that I didn't think about Mbale. I actually thought about Mbale. That's why we registered Mount Elgon Marathon. It's just that I didn't get the support that I needed from the people of Mbale. Some of the leaders thought I was looking for politics, which, in my opinion,
registered Mount Elgon.
Yes, registered.
Does it happen or it remained as an idea?
It just remained as an idea because these things need support. If you look at one of the reasons why Renzori Marathon is being strong is the general goodwill of the people of Kasese, but at the same time, people like Honorable Kavyanga work with me to Ministry of Works to make sure the clearance of the road works. They work with me to police. He works with me to the army. He does. So you have leaders like him who are not giving you money, but they're supporting you because those are very, very important.
There was political will and support.
Yes, there was a political will. There was a bit of a challenge previously in the leadership of Kasese. They didn't understand what I was coming to do. Actually, also a few, I think.
Some thought that you're just going to get man out of there and then...
Yeah. But they didn't understand that it's not easy. If it was, how many people can wake up and say, I am going to a breweries, I'm going to a bank to give you money. They can never give you money out of emotions, can they?
They can't.
They can't. You have to have a good idea. They should be able to trust that you're able to execute that idea. They should be able to see value for themselves. Number one, that's important. And that is exactly what has happened. All these organizations want to work with us. Why? Because they see the value that we're providing to them as organizations. But the people of Kasese are embracing it because they see the value for themselves. Even Honorable Kabyanga was telling me the other day, and I was laughing. I was saying, Amos, me, I make sure I have enough chicken or eggs for the marathon.
And he has indeed invested in making sure that he has enough chicken and eggs.
Yeah, the guys who are rearing pigs only for the Renzori marathon. The guys who are just like there's a guy who doesn't study. We don't agree on so many things, but he comes from Rubirizi. Even him said, Amos, I don't agree with you, but the amount of bicycles I saw transferring or transporting matoke from Rubirizi to Kasese, he's never seen that because of the Rwenzori marathon. So, and then, yeah, that's very good. For me, the other thing was to also show examples of how you can transform a town. You give it Kasese for the next 5 years. Just give it another 5 years. And you don't forget that every marathon we have had in Kasese has had problems.
Yeah.
In 2022, we had just come out of COVID.
ADF. COVID, yeah.
2023, ADF girls
attacked a school
on the border
and burnt kids.
But we still had the marathon.
Yes.
Otherwise, some people would have just given up. 2020.
But Honorable Kabyanga helped you in damage control.
100%. 2024, what happened? They killed tourists in Queen.
Yeah.
Two tourists. It would have not happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Last year, there was Ebola. This year, there was Ebola. Last year, there was Ebola, but we still had 18,000 people in Kasese.
Well, now there comes my question. Do you have reservations on how the government handles the information, releasing the information about epidemics?
Yeah, but I want you to just think. If I was doing this marathon in Mombasa or Nairobi or a place where there's not much negative news by government, just imagine what would happen to Kasese. Just imagine. And I'm hoping that this year, people don't make mistakes of bad communication. Because, the communication about Ebola has sent us so many years behind. Why am I saying this? Today, you can't go to Mauritius. You can't go to the Middle East. You're not allowed in Saudi Arabia. You're not allowed in Dubai. US, you can't go to the US. You can't. Many of these countries are not saying it, but they can't give you Ugandans visas because of that excuse of Ebola. So we're all stuck. So you see, an average guy who has his child in Canada, the child can't come. He can't go.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kamoga Joseph from Uganda.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Namia Opolin.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm called Mwema Grace.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Akurto Stella in Uganda.
Marhaba, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Nango Vishora Lazia. I'm Muslim from Uganda.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Anajita Sarah from Uganda.
Kigendererwa kyaffe leero kiyiseemu ndi mu kutambula leero bannaye Madam Rose, Uncle Dan, bannaye mwebale nnyo byonna bye munkoledde.
Sisobola kuleka kwebaza aba pack travelers kubanga si mulimu mwangu wabula buli muntu alina ekigendererwa. Aba pack travelers weebali.
Thank you Pack and Travel, you have made this possible.
Jaga kwebaza ne Pack Time Travelers bankoledde omulimu ogw'amaanyi owedda tiketi zituuka n'ebikyuka naye ku lwa Katonda olunaku lutuuse lwe luno.
We stand for the truth, honesty in the visa, care for your journey, respect in every culture. What is that you're looking for? We are here to act as a bridge towards your dream.
I actually asked the same question the other day to Dr. Chris Amos, that as government in the next years that come, do you prioritize handling well information as government so that it doesn't affect tourism?
I think all of them leaders have also been affected. You know, leaders only sometimes react when it affects them. But previous communication didn't have direct connotation on them. They also didn't understand that when we communicate badly, it affects taxation, it affects business. If you've observed properly, the activations for Kasese, government earns directly and indirectly. I went to assess this year how much money government gets in taxation. So that's when you'll understand that there's no money the government will give us that we're not contributing. We just Renzori Marathon alone. Are we together? So I think Dr. Amos is committed, in my opinion, to making sure that the communication doesn't have any problem. You just sit down here and think, if next year we don't have any negative communication, what will happen to Kasese? By March,
we just hope that there is no any, because the past 5 years have been
no 7 years. But by March, there will be no accommodation in Kasese, Fort Portal, and now this year next year we're going to make sure that even Barara fills up.
I'm told now there is no accommodation in Kasese.
Yeah, but of course the demand is just so high.
The only accommodation is now the tents that people can have in golf course.
Yeah, but also there's also hoarding. There are people who come and pay for the rooms and they hoard them for the last minute. They make the money. Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to do business anyway?
Yeah, they're business people, of course.
Well, is this simply a sporting event, or is there a bigger economic, tourism, and community development agenda behind this marathon? Beyond the sporting event, what?
I think there are many things to this. One is promoting good health, but also two, giving pride to a country called Uganda. Some American wrote to me last night and said, I can't believe Uganda has a world label, because Uganda doesn't understand the value of a world label. And if we make a mistake, we lose it, because there are only 8 in Africa. There's a reason why there are only 8.
So you can actually lose a world label.
Yes, this year we have to work. A label is only assured it year by year.
In a layman's language, it is a license for you to operate.
Yes.
Layman's language.
Yes, because what they're saying, when they give you that license, they say, 1, you're professional. 2, you have good timing. We fly in people from Cape Town to come and time at Renzori. 3, people are assured that if we say 6 o'clock, you know that we have never missed by a second.
Yeah.
The last 4 marathons.
Yeah.
So
there is actually a marathon I overslept and woke up at 7, found everything. It's almost done.
Yeah.
So
yeah, why?
Every other second that passes by.
When an American is coming to run in at Rwenzori, he's going to tell his family, we are starting at 6 o'clock. You go on internet and see me. They will see him leaving at 6 online. You can follow a guy. He's now at 2 kilometers, he's at 3 kilometers, he's at 4 kilometers. This professionalism is not here. It's what we are providing to the country.
That's why you're a world label.
100%. So there's national pride. Number 2, it's also an excuse to market Uganda. Most of the people coming from Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, I was shocked to see that Tanzanians are booking safaris 8 days. But the running is what is attracting them. So there is money being disputed in the economy.
So I've seen so many marathons organized in Uganda. How different is the Tusker Marathon? How is it different from other marathons that are organized in Uganda?
Well, I think a lot of the marathons we call marathons, a lot of the runs we call marathons are fun runs. Because, you know,
they're not supposed to be called marathons.
A marathon
take it that way.
A marathon has...
In a very official language?
There are few that can be called marathons. Because you have a 42 kilometer, 42 kilometer. But not label, but you must be well organized. You must be able to meet certain standards. You must be able to...
I've seen churches organize runs and they call them marathons.
No, they are runs, which is okay, and it's important that they happen because then they can feed into the bigger picture called the Renzori Marathon.
Okay.
So yeah, that is... I think what you have to know is go and do why are labor marathons called World Labor Marathons. And this year now we're pushing for... So labor marathon, so the first stage is a certification, which we did in 2024. So certification, World Athletics says, yes, we know you exist. yes, people can qualify for some levels of marathons around the world. But when you become a label, you enter a room of 4 big boys. The number one is called the platinum. Platinum are what they call the world majors: London Marathon, Berlin Marathon, New York, da-da-da. Then you've got what they call the gold. After platinum, the gold. Now, gold had 2 marathons in Africa called gold. Lagos, which is supported by the city of Lagos, and Access Bank. Now, that's what I'm saying, that marathons, like now, Kasese should be supporting Rwenzori Marathon. Or the city of some, so it's important for that to happen. Then we have elite. Elite, you have like 3 of them. That is where we're hoping to go. Because now we're at label. It's the lowest stage of the 4. But when they list the world label marathons, those in the room, they list Renzori Marathon in the same breath as London Marathon, as New York Marathon, as, you know what I'm talking about. Those listed are less than, I think, 6 in Africa. Or 7, maybe, maximum. And Renzori, Kasese has 1. And Uganda has 1.
So, you have been in this tourism industry for quite so many years. And you have investment in Kasese. But Kasese and Renzori, to be in particular, is highly blessed with natural resources. Queen Elizabeth National Park, Lake George, Edward, Mount Renzori, Greater Lakes and Eme. What makes this region such an important tourism destination to a person watching this show from US, UK, Portugal, and any other country that has not visited Uganda?
I think for me, that was one of the inspirations. I think Kasese and Fort Porto formed the nucleus of Uganda's potential tourism. Those are like, I call them the Arusha and Moshi of Uganda.
The pearl of the tourism sector. That's
what it is for Uganda. Because one, you have Semliki National Park, Semliki Game Reserve, not far. You have Queen Elizabeth National Park in the environment. You've got Africa's highest block of mountains, the Rwenzori Ranges. You've got Chivale National Park, which is only 2 hours away. You've got hundreds of crater lakes. Fort Porto alone has got 53 crater lakes. So you've got tea opportunities. You've got tropical rainforest. You've got the culture of the people.
Hot springs.
That, Kasese and Fort Porto are a boiling pot of tribes. You've got places like, mining. You've got salt mining. You've got copper. You've got former cobalt. You've got all these things factored in. Make that place extremely very useful place.
Could it be the reason why this marathon is popular? Because it now has an icing on top of it, of having those amenities around it.
I think the marathon is not popular because of the places. It's popular because the places are popular because the marathon is pushing it. Because that's when we started Renzori Marathon. The Renzori Ranges only had 1,000 climbers. They're the most beautiful, they're the highest mountain ranges. Out of the top 10 highest points on the African continent, 5 of them are in Kasese. Even the Kasese people don't know that. The majority of the Kasese people don't know that. What that even that
I've never been to the top, yet I'm a born of
Kasese. I see. So what I'm saying is that before we started, now they've gone to 11,000 in 4 years.
11,000?
From 1,000. Yes, more than 10 times.
So 5 years ago, there were only 1,000 climbers.
Yes.
So I've got 10,000 more.
Yes. Because of Renzori Marathon. But this is what people don't understand. That money doesn't come in my pocket. It goes to government. Yeah, that money goes to the communities. That money.
I now see why the government should invest more actually in the marathon.
100%. In fact, let them see. And this time we have invited Minister of Finance to see if there's no one who has been to Kasese that will ever complain about support that government can get. Now, it became popular because we are marketing. We are highlighting Kasese. There's no single item that is even locally as highlighted as the Renzori Mountains now. Even the gorillas are not as highlighted, as popular as Renzori now. Even locally. You go everywhere online, it's Renzori.
So, despite all these attractions, the region has not fully realized its touring potential. What do you think is holding us back?
I think it's a general problem. Uganda is massively gifted by God naturally. Every part of this country has tourism attractions. But at the same time, we don't study much. Like an average guy in Kasese, when he sees the Renzoris, he doesn't know that the calculations about what the Renzoris can make is about $1 billion a year. But an average guy in Kasese doesn't know what that means. The average leader in Kasese doesn't know what that means. You know, of course, you could put like Honorable Kabyanga, Kionga, those ones know what exactly it means, but very small populations. And yet the leadership reacts from the population. Today, many of the leaders in Kasese are supporting Renzori Marathon because the population is seeing the value. If the population isn't seeing the value, I would have not expected much from the leadership.
Maybe this also returns to government to also maybe increase budget for the Ministry of Tourism. Many times we see it is allocated far less than it should have got.
Yeah, they improved this time. I think they put in 540 billion. The thing is that unfortunately that also goes into the management of wildlife sanctuaries. But yes, tourism is Uganda's low hanging fruit. I think lowest hanging fruit. It has the ability and the opportunity to create or give the country over $50 billion if it's well, and also create the majority of the jobs because of the diversity that Uganda has. A lot of Ugandans don't understand how diverse this country is. The more you travel, the more you see. Which countries where you go and you see wildlife of West Africa, the primates. We have what? 20 species of primates as a country. Then you also have the East African wildlife, which are the mammals. You have birds, you've got forests, you've got the diversity of this country is crazy.
Oh yes! The biggest marathon is back in Kasese. It's the Tusker Renzori Marathon. Over 25 nations, 5,000 runners from around the world. And yes, every hotel in Kasese and Fort Portal is booked. But worry not, Smurry has the biggest camping site right at Kasese Golf Course. Think live music, dance, mud wrestling, good food and vibes 24/7. Rates are affordable, 100k for singles per day or 190k full board, 160k for couples per day or 330k full board. Don't miss out this holiday. Camp where the action is. Book your spot now by calling or WhatsApping +256 200 920 200 or email jk@smurry.co.ug. It's the Tusker Renzori Marathon. Book now.
There were muddy streets in Kasese.
Yeah.
The road was still under construction.
Yeah.
How has the current state of Kasese impacted on how the marathon should look like?
No, but you see, even when it was muddy, people were pretty much not concerned because people just thought we're going nowhere. And so they were not pushing as hard. But the moment we did the first marathon in the mud and they realized that there's an opportunity to improve the roads, it's the Kasese people who pushed the contractors to finish. The engineer Fatakis of those people, they pushed to make sure that the next year guests find very well lit streets, guests find well-painted buildings. You know that now the amount of investment happening in Kasese is
they're
crazy.
actually breaking down some other, I would say, ramshackle buildings off the streets.
Do you know you've moved from 500 rooms to 2,500 rooms, including Airbnbs, which included?
What has been the evolution from the first marathon to the current marathon in terms of the number of runners? Participants.
In 2022, we had 800 runners from 4 countries, and it was our first. 2023, we had 2,200 runners from 17 countries. So we moved from 4 countries to 17 the next year. Then 2024, we had 4,000 runners from 2023, 2022 we had 800 runners from 4 countries. 2023 we went to 2,200 runners. 2024 we went to 4,000 runners from 33 countries. Last year we had 6,000 runners, but also we had 12,000 people who just came to watch. Like, for example, there were 488 Kenyans and 512 Kenyans just came to have fun. So you can see the people are just coming for fun are even more than the people coming to see the marathon. Now, this year we were expecting people from 36 countries. If we were expecting people from 56 countries, if we had not had Ebola stories and countries being locked, now Americans can't come, Canadians can't come, Australians can't come.
But do you think we shall have Americans that will defy the
a few guys already,
advisory?
Yeah, some are coming. Yeah, some, but very few. Not what we're going to get. We're going to have a flooding.
Because I assume that since the Minister of Health has already declared Uganda Ebola free.
Yeah, but don't forget. You see, we're already marketing for 2028, 2027. Last week we were marketing at the San Francisco Marathon, right? We're not marketing for this year. We're marketing for 2027 and 2028. Why? Americans and those people from those countries don't plan the way we do. They don't wake up and just do things.
They are not like Ugandans, like Gisheka has known about the program. It's happening tomorrow and then jumps on.
They have what they call a lead time. The lead time is between 9 months to 12 months. So now, this year, they're now planning for the Renzori Marathon 2027. Now, these guys had already planned for 2026. But in the middle of it, we woke up and say, don't come to Uganda because Ugandans are dying. That's how we lost.
And yet, literally, there was no death at all.
100%. And you see, one thing that we also need to be clear about is that when Ugandans, Kampalans, people from Gulu, Soroti, come to Kasese, it helps in the redistribution of the already existing money in the economy. So they remove money from Kampala economy, they take it to Kasese economy. But it's not new money to the country. But also it helps the community, the locals, to start seeing Kasese differently. It gives them a chance. People from Kampala will be able to see Mubende, be able to see Fort Porto, they'll be able to see Kasese. Maybe come back through Bushenye, Ishaka, go Mbarara, all the way Masaka. So it opens their eyes about other parts of the country. That enhances investment. Are we together?
Yeah.
If you see, Kasese is not the only place benefiting from Renzori Marathon. There are over 20 companies that come to pitch in Kasese. They provide services during Renzori Marathon. From toilets, those things you don't see. Those barricades, those filming guys, there are over 30, or probably 100 companies that come and do that. Also exhibiting. They also exhibit in that space. So the benefit is much bigger than we anticipated, than anticipated. And that's why I'm saying that if we can keep quiet, if the government spokespersons can keep quiet for just another 12 months for us, we are going to show. The country has got only 3 international events. The whole of Uganda that people look forward to. The biggest is Namugongo. People come from all over the world coming to Namugongo. Having stopped it this year, people don't understand the economic impact it had. I told you that people wake up and go and hire a shop in Namugongo and just do chigere. And they make money, 50 million shillings.
Yeah, they were actually, people were crying full of how government had
their families that only
postpone just a one-day event because people say we can survive on one-day event for the entire year.
There's a family I know that only does pigs throughout the year. They does pigs for only Namugongo. And they have lived like that for over 30 years. They make enough money to do nothing in the rest of the year.
So a visitor could come for the marathon, run and leave. How can we encourage participants and visitors to stay longer and explore the Rwenzori region? This is now post-marathon.
One is that we're also learning on the job. No one has ever organized a certified or world level marathon in Uganda. So we're also learning on the job.
At least now we have organized it for 5 years now.
Now we're getting to learn. But also we have integrated South African top leaders. The best marathon organizers are from South Africa. Because South Africa has lots of experience. The comrade is getting to 100 years next year. That means they've had 100 years of understanding how things are done. And that's why you see us, we have gotten an associate manager from South Africa who has been running Sanlam, Two Oceans, at a higher level. Even the president of Two Oceans is coming to Kasese this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We've got our race director. He's one of the only 3 grade A graders on the African continent for World Athletics. He's our race director. He's flying in from Cape Town to come and see. This is what Kasese people should know, and the country must know. We're not doing things in a very haphazard way. But also, we're bringing these top brains. Why? We want Ugandans to learn from them, such that in 10 years, we'll have Ugandans taking charge and understanding things at a different level.
So should we say that the marathon is a brainchild of Great Lakes Safaris?
Yes, Great Lakes.
How do you distinguish these two entities?
Great Lakes has given me the experience of running things and building teams. One of the things why many functions, many organizations fail is the ability to have a leader that understands bringing the right people on board and making sure they are focused on creating a very good event like that. That's where our problem has always been. But Great Lakes has given me the chance to be that leader.
Okay. So now let us focus on the marathon that is happening on the August 22nd. For a person seeing this interview for the first time, what are you planning for the people in this edition?
I think, first of all, this edition is being run as the first World Labour Marathon that has ever happened in the country, in the history of Uganda. So that is important. Number 2, for the first time, World Athletics is going to be live streaming a marathon in Uganda. Just like you see World Marathon. Like World Athletics Federation
will stream live.
Will live stream to millions of people around the world. Renzori Marathon this year. In fact, we are flying in, the team doing the filming is flying in from South Africa, the ones who do the comrades. We used to think that our people have the equipment. When we were talking about the equipment needed, we realized the cameras are coming with, there are only 3 in Uganda.
Only
and they need
3
7.
cameras in
Only
Uganda.
3.
And they needed 7.
Yeah, they needed 7.
So you need to bring in other 4, or they will come with the 7.
Yeah, the team is coming in from...
with the 7 cameras?
Yeah, with the 7 cameras. And it's extremely expensive to hire that team. Because at first, I thought, when they told us World Athletics is going to do live streaming, then I call someone with experience. I call Rob Walker. He does commentating for World Olympics and stuff like that. First of all, he's like, what? You're sure Uganda is going to be live streamed? I said, yes. He cross-checked with World Athletics. And he says, you guys are so blessed. And then I said, yeah, we have companies in Uganda that can handle the live streaming. He said, no.
There's no capacity.
It's a different ball game, you know.
So we're posting around with our cameras thinking with
but we want a group of Ugandans, young people this year, to work alongside those people so they learn. So that the technical knowledge is transferred. You know, this year we're bringing people that we're going to change Kasese and the country. We're going to bring in the best photographer of the world majors, London, New York. They were coming.
Don't we have any in Uganda?
No. We don't have. So we're bringing him. No.
Amos we do.
We were bringing him called Rob. He was coming to teach Ugandans how to cover that level.
Have you heard of the guy called Nicholas Bamlanzich, who works with the Observer?
Listen, I am telling you that we don't have anybody who does coverage for photography for world majors. It's not there.
Sure.
No. He does a good job, but I'm talking about
So what has failed Ugandans to reach that level? Don't we have the equipment? Don't we have
we don't have. For example, why would that top photographer be coming? Why was he going to come? If it wasn't COVID, he was Ebola, he was going to come. Why was he coming? It's because now we have a world label.
But now he's going to come.
Yeah, next year will come. But this year can't come.
This year he won't come.
Because of the Americans can't come.
So we shall use our local photographers.
For the filming we're using, there's a South African company that's going to do that.
Okay.
But for photography, we're going to use our local guys. But we were bringing a top guy that does world measures, such that Ugandan photographers
can learn from,
can be taught. So we're going to do workshops. We're going to do stuff like that. That's what we want to bring. They've already want to bring to Uganda. Yeah, like now we were trying to see if we can get his name, the Kenyan top runner, is to teach our young runners how to stay the course, how to stay the course, how to train, how to invest. Yeah? That's what we wanted. The value we want to bring to the country is much bigger than us. We want, why is it that you have a runner who won London Marathon in 2012? Today you can't say he owns the biggest hotel in Uganda. But Haley owns 8 5-star hotels in Ethiopia.
Now, Amos, how have you tried to distance away politics from ruining this good venture or project of the marathon? Because sometimes good projects in Uganda are ruined by politics.
Yeah,
but politicians come into them, then you see the project now becomes.
No, but if you look at the Minister of State for Sports, Honorable,
the reason I'm saying that is I've seen public backlash against you, against your persona, that you do not comment against the ills, the mistreatment done to Ugandans, and now for you all your time you focus on tourism.
Yeah, but you see, I am a businessman first.
Yeah.
But like I was giving an example of Honorable Gwang. Much as he's a politician, he has seen for himself, he has been on the ground. He has seen how this benefits the community and how this can grow. And that's why he was supporting it. And the First Lady the same. But as a businessman, the people that want to use my services in Uganda are people that support the opposition, are people that support the government. That's why you never see me as a person mentioning words that can affect the president of Uganda, like directly. I never do that, even when I may have my own sentiments. I may have my own sentiments about Kyagulanyi, but you never see me making negative comments about him. I may have my comments about other political leaders.
You want to remain independent as seen by...
No, my clients are not interested in me being a politician.
No, what I'm meaning is being independent in opinion, not making any comment that may show that you're either side of the party.
Yeah, you see, at the end of the day, what has actually made you know me? It's the business. Tourism. It's not because of politics.
It's tourism.
It's business.
Yes, business.
Yes.
And most
so I can never forget what has actually made the population thinks that because they follow me online, many of them follow me, they think I owe them. No, I owe the business. Without Great Lakes, I would have never built.
So that they can't hold you hostage.
They can't hold me hostage. It's the Great Lakes that can hold me hostage. It pays my bills. It pays the salaries of so many Ugandans. It pays bills of so many people. So my personal sentiments should never kill something that brings opportunities to Uganda. My personal sentiments should never kill Renzori Marathon that is bringing people from... Let me give you an example. I need clearance from government for the roads. Now, if I'm waking up every morning and I'm abusing government, how will I go to them? If I'm telling them something, I am very objective. You've seen me.
Yeah.
I said this is where the problems are, and this is what you can do. I need police. These are government. I need the army. That is government. I need local government. Those are government. Now, if I wake up every day, I'm having partisan discussions. Who is going to allow me in the office?
And this is not actually partisan activity.
It's not a partisan activity.
It is not.
Every type of political group or those who political mindset come for Renzori Marathon. Now, if I said I'm against NUP, then NUP runners wouldn't come. Those who are NUP inclined. If I was against Jema, then Jema runners wouldn't come. Now, me as Amos, I can have my own sentiments, but you know what is happening? I am denying a boda guy to make money. I am denying the guy of the hotel to make money. I am denying the chapati guy to make money. I'm denying the hotel person to making money. See what I'm talking about? And how many people are discussing politics are doing good things? Are doing things at world level, like Renzori Math? You tell me, how many of them are doing it? None. Why does the population want me to spend my time?
They want to use you as a sadaka sacrifice, I think, because of your large following. Anyway, that aside, how many big politicians that are we expecting in this marathon? Last year, we had the deputy speaker
from Kenya.
From Kenya.
But
I was there.
He was recommended by the Ugandan Deputy Speaker of Parliament.
Perfect.
In fact, the Ugandan Deputy Speaker of Parliament understands the value of this thing.
And has already committed himself.
He's coming this year. Yeah, he's coming. I know many people from Parliament are also coming, which is a very good thing. But also why we want many people from Parliament to come.
Is the delegation from Kenya returning?
Yeah, it's coming.
The Deputy Speaker?
Yeah, they're coming. But the reason why we want more members of Parliament to come is we want them to see, if you're from Bali, come and see how a marathon is impacting a community. So that you go back and replicate the same efforts. Because leaders also need to be led sometimes. Some leaders need to be led. And that's why we are trying to have them do this kind of, because they also don't know.
Let's wind up this show. There were efforts by people in Fort Portal to try to shift the marathon from Kasese to Fort Portal. It happened when you started around 2022. I don't know whether I'm the only person privy to that information.
That one.
How did you come?
That one is not my responsibility to comment about it. But what I can say is that Fort Portal has a group of leaders that see opportunities. They have seen that they are secondary beneficiaries of the marathon. They're not the first beneficiaries.
So they wanted to be the primary beneficiaries.
And you see what probably Kasese may not appreciate is that events, people fight for events. Do you know World Cup? People are fighting for World Cup.
2030. 2034.
Yes, that's what people are fighting. Why? Because it brings opportunities.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you see people thinking in that direction,
it was not in bad faith.
It's not in bad faith. Yeah. It's because they see a bigger picture that other people don't see. In fact, now we're trying to engage, because now 5 years, we're renewing with different people we work with. And that's why it's important for Kasese to wake up and say, you know what, this is how we're going to support you. Kasese must come out very clear and say, we'll give you 5 acres of land. Because we've been offered these things not known in Kasese. By there's so many districts. I've not been offered, because of Renzori Marathon, I've been offered an opportunity in Nigeria. I have an opportunity in Congo next door, Kinshasa. I have an opportunity you're going to hear in the neighborhood. They want us to go and do that. Why? They have understood that we understand something. And they're saying, we will give you everything you need for you to do whatever you're doing in Kasese, in our town, in our cities. You wait, you're going to see, after Renzori Marathon, you're going to see something big coming up. So the Kasese, we would like to, the starting point is good. But we want to make sure that where people end for a World Athletics labeled marathon is world-class space. Like how you end in, if we're going to make sure that people fight to join, compete to qualify for Renzori Marathon from around the world, where the end must be a world-class space. Now, if Kasese gives us, say, 5 acres, we create a world-class space that people will end up with. But the world-class space can continue as a sports ground for different things throughout the year.
It can even be used after the marathon.
Yes, and we have another big dream that we are not mentioning for Kasese, if they do well, that you will hear about.
Well, somebody watching the Renzori Focus needs to hear your last and parting shots as we end this discussion.
Yeah.
We hope you'll give us another opportunity to come and do another interview.
When I see young people focused, I feel happy about it. And also seeing you doing what you're doing is a good thing. And keep it up. Don't, we arrive very fast as Ugandans. When you buy a bicycle and you get excited.
I think that comment is not about the suits that I'm wearing nowadays.
No, the excitement is beyond the suit because we're doing your work. It's also good to see you in a suit because I've seen you without.
Yeah.
I saw you joining the industry. You're not like this.
Yeah.
Even your body, they always say that the face can show whether you have money or not. So when people, when you're broke, even if you put on a suit.
So thank you for watching Renzori Focus. Until next time, I have been Hassan Tunzi Gwambale on behalf of LC Africa. And we are thankful that Amos Wekesa has dedicated his time to host us at Great Lakes Safaris. Please come join and be part of the Renzori Marathon 2026 happening on August 22nd in Kasese. Kasese is where my story begins.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owomerwe ne famiri yo ne ku mikolo gyo. Yimusa omutindo gw'enfumba yo oyimuse essanyu lyo nga okozesa engano ya jiko ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Engano ya jiko evaamu ebyokulya ebiwooma nga byagalwa woomerwa akaseera konna nga okozesa engano ya jiko. Maganjo Grain Millers, feeding nations.